Our next poem. Y'all having fun? You ready, man? You ready? You ready? Give it up for Isaac Cohen. Come on, y'all. Give it up for Isaac Cohen. He ready. Let's do this.
Okay, so I apologize for the paper. This is my first full-scale slam poem. Way back in the 17th century, we thought we had found a recipe for life. We thought if you took bread and cheese, put them in a corner, they would create mice, scampering across the floor. Today we have other recipes for life. A cup full of childhood, a mix of alphabet blocks and sandcastles, 1 cup of college and ivy-covered bricks, 1/2 cups of a wife, a family with 2 little kids, and a white picket fence sprinkled on top. Science has given us new recipes for life. 3 liters of gases to mimic the early atmosphere. Hydrogen sulfide, sulfur dioxide, and carbon dioxide, poured into a glass sphere and electrified. Now we have a green ooze of primordial slime, filled with amino acids, basic building blocks of life. Here the recipe ends. All we have is the pieces, our little alphabet blocks of life, our recipe ingredients, and emptiness. The grains of sand alone are not sandcastles. Amino acids are not proteins. Proteins are not cells, but 1 trillion cells are human life. That crazy miracle of a million organisms working together, writing together, running together, and speaking as one. What is a life but a collection of fragmented moments bundled up and labeled a consciousness? All the moments of straining and working, laughing and crying, running or sleeping, the infinite, where both recipes and definitions fail us. I can get all the ingredients, but I can't cook them, can't predict how all the little molecules, all the moments, accomplishments, and failure will mix together. Laying on my back in the sun and the warm grass after a long run, sitting on my desk, straining into the heavy slog of chemical equilibrium, fighting and failing, nights of bottomless apathy and days of struggling up hills, legs desperate but suddenly strong. Sometimes I feel that I'm running on the final roar of my engine, held up by nothing but the warmth of dreams to separate me from the bone-chill cold of failure. Somewhere between each of these fragmented pieces of moment and memory, we find life. We are sculptors trying to carve ourselves out of blocks of marble, only to find that the stone was nothing but 1 trillion grains of sand. But that sand is compressed by 1 million years of life into stone. And as much as we want to find the recipe to life, the instructions on how to carve ourselves out of a block of marble, we find that we are not made of simple stone. We are made of 1 trillion separate moments, cells, amino acids, grains of sand, and experiences, all compressed by time. And we follow no path, instruction, nor recipe, but somehow find our way in the world, not in spite of it all, but because of it all.
So I said we were going to have personal poems, we were going to have political poems, but I didn't tell y'all we were going to have metaphysical poems. My man was dropping science, amino acids. Son, give it up for my man. Give it up for our poet. Came off stage, was like, feel good now that it's done? You feel good after the first time? You gotta do it a second time? You wanna do it again right now? We'll save it for later? Okay, all right, we cool.